Chapter 8. The Camel Trader of Babylon. In this chapter, Arkad tells the story of Dabasir, a camel trader from Babylon who faced financial ruin but turned his life around by following the principles of wise money management. His story is a powerful lesson on the importance of discipline, commitment, and financial responsibility. 1. The story of Dabasir, from debt to wealth. Dabasir was once a wealthy camel trader, but due to poor financial decisions, he found himself deep in debt. He had borrowed money from several people and was struggling to repay his debts. As a result, he became overwhelmed and lost control over his financial life. Eventually, Dabasir realized that in order to regain his financial freedom, he would need to follow a set of principles. He sought the guidance of his friends and mentors, who advised him to follow the same principles that Arkad had shared with the people of Babylon. Dabasir then made a commitment to himself to repay his debts and regain control of his finances. 2. The importance of debt repayment. Dabasir understood that in order to regain his wealth, he needed to prioritize repaying his debts. Arkad emphasizes that debt is one of the greatest threats to wealth, and it must be dealt with swiftly and responsibly. Dabasir decided to work diligently and focus on repaying his creditors. Arkad's advice on debt repayment. Debt repayment should be prioritized above all other financial obligations. The longer one delays paying off their debts, the more they risk falling into financial despair. Arkad suggests that individuals should make a strict plan to repay debts, even if it requires sacrifices. Repaying debt is the first step in rebuilding wealth. 3. The principle of living below your means. As Dabasir worked hard to repay his debts, he adopted a key principle: living below his means. He reduced his spending and started saving a portion of his income. This allowed him to create a steady path toward financial recovery. Arkad teaches that living below one's means is essential to building wealth. He advises individuals to spend less than they earn, avoid unnecessary luxuries, and allocate funds to savings and investments. Practical application. Encourage your listeners to track their spending and identify areas where they can cut back. By reducing unnecessary expenses, they can free up more money to save and invest. Set a budget and stick to it, ensuring that a percentage of income is set aside for savings and debt repayment. 4. The power of financial discipline. Throughout his journey, Dabasir demonstrated financial discipline. He did not allow himself to be tempted by short-term pleasures or indulgences. He focused solely on his long-term goal of paying off his debts and rebuilding his wealth. Arkad stresses the importance of having clear financial goals and sticking to them. Financial discipline requires constant effort and self-control. Arkad advises individuals to avoid the allure of get-rich-quick schemes and to focus on consistent, long-term wealth-building strategies. Practical application. Encourage your listeners to set specific financial goals and create a plan to achieve them. Whether it's saving for an emergency fund, paying off debt, or investing for the future, having clear goals helps maintain focus and discipline. Resist impulse purchases by planning ahead and staying committed to your financial plan. 5. The role of consistent effort. Dabasir's recovery was not instantaneous. It required consistent effort over several years. He steadily worked to repay his debts, save money, and gradually rebuild his wealth. Arkad teaches that consistency is key to financial success. It's not about making one-time huge decisions, but about making smart choices regularly and sticking with them. Arkad's advice is clear. Financial success comes through small, consistent steps. Whether it's saving a small portion of your income each month or making wise investment choices, consistent effort over time will lead to significant wealth accumulation. Practical application. Remind your audience that small progress is still progress. Even saving a small percentage of income regularly can lead to substantial wealth in the long run. Focus on small, manageable goals that can be achieved consistently. Whether it's paying off one debt at a time or saving a specific amount each month, the key is to keep going. Closing thoughts. The story of Dabasir, the camel trader, is a powerful reminder that it is never too late to turn your financial life around. By prioritizing debt repayment, living below one's means, maintaining financial discipline, and making consistent effort, anyone can recover from financial challenges and build lasting wealth. Arkad's teachings are clear. Wealth building requires patience, discipline, and a willingness to make sacrifices. The story of Dabasir is a testament to the fact that anyone, no matter how deep in debt they are, can rise above their circumstances by following these principles. Key takeaways. Prioritize debt repayment and create a plan to pay off all debts. Live below your means by cutting unnecessary expenses and saving a portion of your income. Exercise financial discipline and avoid the temptation of impulse spending. Take consistent action and focus on long-term goals, not quick fixes. Final advice. Financial success does not happen overnight. It requires careful planning, self-discipline, and consistent effort. Just as Dabasir overcame his financial struggles by following these principles, you too can achieve financial freedom by committing to these timeless lessons. Chapter 9. The Luckiest Man in Babylon. This chapter tells the story of Sharanada, a successful and respected merchant in Babylon, who reflects on how his fortune and freedom were shaped by decisions rooted in hard work, wise choices, and personal integrity. Through a powerful conversation with a young man named Hayden Gula, Sharanada shares the real meaning of luck and how it is often the result of effort and discipline, not chance. 1. Sharanada's journey from slavery to success. Sharanada was once sold into slavery after the death of his father. Instead of giving in to despair, he committed to working diligently, learning skills, and earning trust. His positive attitude and relentless determination allowed him to rise from a lowly slave to a trusted business partner. Key message: your starting point does not determine your future, effort and character do. Sharu's story proves that anyone can improve their circumstances through perseverance. 2. The myth of luck. As Hayden Gula assumes that Sharanada's success came from luck, Sharu corrects him. He explains that many people fail because they hope for luck instead of taking action. True luck, he insists, favors those who prepare and work hard. Sharu's belief. Good luck waits for action. People who take initiative and seize opportunities are the ones who often appear lucky. Luck is not magic. It is the result of preparation meeting opportunity. 3. The importance of work ethic. Sharu highlights how working hard, being reliable, and earning the respect of others opened doors for him. His master rewarded his dedication with greater responsibilities, and eventually with freedom. From there, he continued to build his business with integrity. Lesson. Diligence and honesty are more valuable than waiting for fortune. Hard work may not pay off instantly, but it builds a foundation of trust and opportunity. 4. Mentorship and legacy. Sharu emphasizes the importance of passing on knowledge. He mentors Hayden Gula so that he can understand the truth about success and not fall into the trap of entitlement. He teaches that wealth earned is wealth respected, and that character is the greatest inheritance. Practical insight. Seek mentors who teach through experience, not empty words. Learn from those who have walked the path, and then share that knowledge with others. Closing thoughts. The story of Sharanada challenges the romantic idea of luck and replaces it with a more grounded truth. Success is built, not granted. Through discipline, determination, and a willingness to work, even the most unfortunate beginnings can lead to great prosperity. Key takeaways. Success is the result of effort, not luck. Take action. Opportunities favor the prepared. Work ethic and integrity open more doors than chance. Mentorship and learning from experience create a legacy that lasts. Sharanada's life stands as a timeless reminder that those who build their own luck often end up being the luckiest of all. Chapter 10. The Walls of Babylon. This chapter focuses on the symbolic and practical importance of security and preparation through the story of the great walls that protected Babylon from outside threats. Through this analogy, the chapter delivers a powerful message. Just as the walls protected the city, sound financial planning protects individuals from life's unexpected dangers. 1. Babylon's impenetrable walls. The city of Babylon was famous for its massive, fortified walls. These walls were not built in haste or fear, but rather as a deliberate measure of protection, built over time to secure the city against siege and danger. The people of Babylon trusted their leaders to invest in strong defenses for times of war or unrest. Key message: wise people prepare in advance, not when the danger arrives. Similarly, in our financial lives, we must build our own walls, our savings, insurance, and investments, before problems arise. 2. Security through preparation. The narrator draws a clear comparison between the walls and personal financial planning. Just as the citizens of Babylon slept peacefully within the safety of their walls, individuals can feel secure when they have emergency funds, insurance, and a well-managed budget. Practical application. Build an emergency fund to handle unforeseen expenses. Invest wisely to protect and grow wealth. Diversify income streams to avoid total dependence on one source. 3. Defending against the unexpected. The chapter emphasizes that the world is full of uncertainties, job loss, illness, accidents, and that financial protection is essential. While we cannot predict the future, we can prepare for it. Like the builders of Babylon's walls, we must take consistent steps to shield our finances from disaster. Practical insight. Set aside a portion of income regularly to build a financial buffer. Avoid risky financial behavior that can break down your financial walls. Keep your financial fortress strong through routine evaluation and adjustment of your finances. Closing thoughts. The walls of Babylon stand as a metaphor for the importance of financial foresight. Those who build protections around their wealth and their livelihood can face life's uncertainties with confidence and stability. Key takeaways. Prepare before trouble comes. Do not wait for crisis to act. Create strong financial defenses through savings, budgeting, and planning. Stay consistent in maintaining your financial security. Peace of mind comes from knowing you are protected. Just as Babylon was never breached while its walls stood tall, your financial life can remain strong when built on a foundation of preparation, discipline, and security. Chapter 11. The Clay Tablets from Babylon. This chapter reveals a fascinating discovery. Ancient clay tablets unearthed near Nineveh that contain detailed financial records and advice from Babylonian times. Through the story of Alfred H. Shrewsbury, a professor at Nottingham University, we explore how these ancient writings still offer practical guidance in managing money wisely. 1. The discovery of the tablets. While excavating ruins near Nineveh, archaeologists found 5 well-preserved clay tablets written in cuneiform. These tablets, once decoded, turned out to be personal financial records belonging to a Babylonian man named Dabasir, who struggled with debt but eventually transformed his life through financial discipline. Key message: wisdom about money management is timeless. The struggles and solutions from 6,000 years ago remain relevant today. 2. Dabasir's story, from debt to discipline. Dabasir begins his journey overwhelmed by debt and shame. Determined to restore his honor and solvency, he consults wise men, adopts sound financial principles, and creates a plan to repay what he owes while also saving for the future. His plan includes saving 10% of his income, using 70% for daily living, dedicating 20% to repaying debts. By staying committed to this plan, Dabasir gradually escapes the burden of debt and gains respect and independence. 3. Timeless financial principles. The chapter emphasizes how Dabasir's tablets reflect financial principles that are as effective today as they were in ancient times. The simplicity and logic behind living below one's means, repaying debts, and building savings form the backbone of responsible money management. Lessons from the tablets. Live within your means. Pay off debts consistently. Save a portion of income no matter how small. 4. Modern relevance. Professor Shrewsbury shares how the tablets were translated and discusses their modern implications. He marvels that such wisdom, simple, honest, and practical, comes from so long ago, yet can help solve the same problems we face today. Insight. Financial literacy is not new. We just need to relearn what was already known. We benefit by looking back and applying ancient truths with modern tools. Closing thoughts. The clay tablets from Babylon remind us that the keys to financial success are not secrets, they are habits. With discipline, planning, and consistency, anyone can improve their financial situation just as Dabasir did. Key takeaways. Save at least 10% of your income. Live on no more than 70%. Use 20% to pay off debts. Be patient and consistent. Progress comes over time. This ancient wisdom, inscribed in clay, continues to light the path to modern financial freedom. Chapter 12. The Luckiest Man in Babylon, Revisited. In this final reflective chapter, the narrative circles back to Arkad, the richest man in Babylon, who shares his ultimate insights into building wealth, maintaining it, and passing it on. Here, Arkad gathers a group of young citizens and reminds them that fortune favors the bold, the disciplined, and the wise. 1. The power of starting small. Arkad begins by stressing the importance of beginning with what you have. Many people delay saving and investing because they think they need more money to start. Arkad counters this idea. Wealth, like a tree, grows from a tiny seed. Even small, regular savings can grow into significant wealth over time with patience and discipline. Lesson: start now, no matter how little you have. The habit is more important than the amount. 2. The law of consistency. Arkad explains that most people fail not because they are incapable, but because they lack consistency. They start saving and then stop. They plan a budget but abandon it. Real wealth, he insists, is built over time by sticking to sound habits regardless of the circumstances. Key point: discipline is more important than desire. Desire fades, discipline builds. 3. Spreading knowledge and responsibility. Arkad urges his listeners to teach what they learn. He believes that sharing wisdom with others, especially family, builds stronger communities. He also emphasizes that with wealth comes responsibility, to manage it wisely, to use it for good, and to ensure it multiplies. Quote, "Wealth that is wisely used blesses not only the owner but all those it touches." 4. Final principles for a rich life. As he concludes, Arkad reminds them of the pillars of a successful financial life. Save first before spending. Invest cautiously but wisely. Protect what you earn. Learn continuously. Help others rise with you. He challenges them to leave behind a legacy, not just of money, but of values and wisdom. Closing thoughts. The final words of The Richest Man in Babylon are not just about money, they are about a philosophy of life. One where discipline, learning, service, and responsibility guide every action. Arkad's teachings are eternal because they reflect truths that never fade. Key takeaways. Start with what you have. Consistency matters more than size. Discipline is the foundation of lasting wealth. Teach and uplift others with what you know. A rich life is one that balances wealth with wisdom and generosity. Arkad's final gift to Babylon was not his gold, but his guidance, a timeless treasure for every generation.